Ooh, this is Mad Cat, and this is my last night in Philadelphia, and tomorrow I'll be going to Detroit. But I wanted to let everyone know some news that's recently come up. So I've been doing ghostwriting. It's been my job for about a month now, and it's a lot of work for little pay, but I mean, it's pay. It's money, you know? And it's writing, and it's something I can do. And I was very excited about it because I've never done ghostwriting before. I wasn't too thrilled about it because it's like, if I'm going to write something, I want to put my name on it. But they fired me today. Honestly, in some ways, I'm glad they did because they had very high expectations of me. I'm going to do this. They had very high expectations of me, very, very high. And I think some of their expectations was just borderline impossible. And I would tell them that. I would say, look, you know, this can't be done. Here are the reasons why. Now, my communication with them was entirely through text, but it was like the first assignment. I'm not going to give you any specifics because I'm technically under a non-disclosure agreement, but the first assignment they gave me, I had to take an 8,000 word story and turn it into 10,000. Well, it wasn't even a story. I mean, that's how bad it was. It was more of like a laundry list of just things that happen, and I had to basically rewrite the entire thing. And then they give me $30 for it. $30 to rewrite a story and make it 10,000 words. It took me a week of straight work to make that happen. And their reasoning for that is they only paid me for making it from 8,000 to 10,000. So well, actually, it was more like 7,000, but they paid me about $30 for it. I was like, I can understand that, but at the same time, I had to rewrite the whole entire thing. It's not like I just added 3,000 words to it. I actually rewrote the entire thing so it made sense. The second assignment, hold on, let me do this. Second assignment, I did it. Not any really major problems with it. It was just, there was really nothing major that came up. But then they gave me my third assignment. And they basically wanted me to write one of those prep textbooks. I can't say what it is, but it's basically like it helps you get into college, basically. They wanted me to write one of those, only it had to be about 30,000 words, and I had to have practice tests and whatever. And I told them that it couldn't be done. I mean, they gave it to me in the middle of my assignment, and I told them I could only do one assignment at a time. But it was in the middle of my assignment when they gave it to me. And then when I was done with the second assignment, I only had 2 weeks to write it. 2 weeks to do 30,000 words, and I had to do all of the research as well. And I hate to tell you, but that's not enough time. 14 days to do that much work, plus the fact that they wanted me to do all of this other stuff that couldn't be done. And then I ended up losing a few days because I had to talk to them and tell them this couldn't be done, and here are the reasons why. And one of the primary reasons it couldn't be done is it would violate copyright. So they talked to the customer, they got back with me, and they're like, okay, well, they tried saying, well, what if you had an extension of time? And it's like, that's not, I mean, one, and to do what they wanted would take 6 months to do it. And there's no way they're paying me $300 for 6 months worth of work. They'd be paying me a lot more than that. In fact, I really think they should have paid me double for this one because I really pulled a rabbit out of my ass for this one. But, so, I had to, so we finally agreed on something. It's like, okay, well, just go ahead and write the book. But if you can, try to do some practice tests. And I'm like, did you not hear anything I said? We can't do the practice test. But I found a way to do it. I got the 30,000 written, okay? And I even got some practice tests in there. I kind of played around with it. I don't even know if I really did it correct because I'm not a test writer. I mean, one of the things that was involved in there was math, and my math is not that great. That's why I became a writer. You know, I'm a writer. I'm a fiction writer. I can do nonfiction stuff. I've proven that, but still, it was fucking ridiculous. But I did it. I got it turned in today. And I was telling Felipe yesterday, I know they're going to fire me because I've caused too much trouble for them. And I think that's the reason they fired me. Now, the official reason they gave me is I'm very unpolite. And it's not working out. And they sent this to me over email. My boss wanted to call me a few days ago. And I told him what my schedule was. Now, he doesn't know that I'm homeless. I never told him. I didn't think it was really any of his business to know. I just, it didn't really make a difference. I still could do the work. But, our entire conversation has been through text. I go on the website, write a few things. But, the one thing I don't do when I use text, even on Facebook, is I don't use stupid little smileys. That's not my way, and that's what all of them do. In fact, many of the people that are supposed to be my editors write very poorly. It's very embarrassing to look at their work. And it was another thing, too. It's like anytime I gave my work to an editor and then it was given to the reader again, it's like, oh, there are these mistakes in this book and you need to fix them. I look at them. They aren't my mistakes. They were the editor's mistakes. Somehow the editor created more problems than I had in there. And then I'm suddenly responsible for something that the editor did. The second time when I did my second assignment, I ended up going in there making sure that there were no errors. And sure enough, there were errors in there that I did not put in there. In fact, I had the editors telling me they were using Microsoft Spell Checker for editing. I'm like, what? You're using Microsoft Word? But anyways, so my boss is saying, well, you're very unpolite and it's just not working out. And I don't know. I mean, if that was really it, if that was really the issue, it was an actual boss, he would actually try talking to me. He would try saying, look, I've tried talking to you and it doesn't seem like you're a very kind person. I mean, it doesn't matter if I'm kind. It matters if I get the job done. We're not supposed to be friends here. You're the employer, I'm the employee. But if you wanted me to be more nice, fine, come talk to me about it. I'm actually a fairly nice person. I'm a very professional person. I'm a very direct person when it comes to professionalism. And if you came and talked to me, we could have explained it. I could have explained this and we could have worked out the misunderstanding. The fact that he did not try to work it out with me tells me that that's not a reason why. Maybe he does feel that way, but I don't think that's the actual reason why. I think the reason why he's fired me is because I've caused so much trouble. Because I didn't just take the assignments and simply do them. I said that there were problems with them. I know I did something for the second one, and I don't remember what offhand. I know there was some controversy there. But definitely with the third one, I just said that it couldn't be done, that there would be copyright issues, that what the customer wanted was impossible. It couldn't be done. And I think they fired me for that. Now, I can't really prove it. It's my word against theirs. I just turned in my assignment today when they finally fired me. So that's kind of nice that they wait until I finish my work to make sure that I get it done. But they said that they're going to pay me, but now I'm just like, well, they better pay me my full $300 that they owe me. In fact, it's more than $300. They owe me close to $340, and I have a feeling they're going to try to jip me out of that for something. But then they're like, But if the editors have any more problems, then we'll get in contact with you so you can fix it. And it's like, you're going to fire me and then tell me that I still need to work for you? How does that make sense? How does it make sense that I still have to do work for you if I'm not working for you anymore? Oh, and there was another thing that happened today. So apparently they assigned me an assignment yesterday, but I didn't get it until today. And they want me to write on something I've never really dealt with before. They want 20,000 words by Saturday. And I wrote on there, you want me to do 20,000 words in 4 days? I don't even know anything about this. What am I supposed to say? Oh, I'm sorry, smiley face, poop emoji. Can you extend this? Because that's a lot of work for such a short amount of time. I mean, I expect you to know that, but clearly you don't. But smiley face, heart emoji. I mean, is that what you want? Is that what you want me to do? That's not professional. I'm a professional person. I take writing extremely seriously. You can ask any one of my students. I take it very seriously. And, if you want to just judge me based on text conversations, then you probably shouldn't be in business. You should have called me directly. He tried to do it, but then he never followed up on it. He emailed me, hey, what's a good time to call you? Okay, well, here's a good time to call me, because he's in the UK. And that's another thing I'm worried about. It's like I can't really do anything because he can decide to withhold my paycheck, which I need, by the way, because I'm homeless, and decide not to pay me. I mean, sure, it's illegal, but what do? I get a lawyer to deal with someone overseas? I mean, it's hard enough to do that in the United States, because then I'd have to pay money to get someone to fight on my behalf, and it would probably cost me a lot more money than I would make in return. Now add the fact that it's overseas. So I'm really pissed off right now. I mean, one, I really wanted the job, and I was willing to put up with a lot of bullshit that this company has been giving me. It's like, not only do I have to write the book, I also have to do all of this other stuff on top of that, which was never explained right at the beginning. And they didn't even tell me that I had to do it for that project. I thought once the project was done, I was done and I'd move on to something else. They already gave me a second assignment. It's like, now I have to stop that assignment and go back to the first one and do all of this stuff that I could have done, at the first time it would happen. But, this business was poorly run, in my opinion. And, they might make it, but the only workers that they can have is anyone who doesn't dare question them. But, I mean, 20,000, I thought that 30,000 words with a book that I'd have to write from scratch in 2 weeks was excessive. That was fucking ridiculous. Yes, technically they gave me 3 weeks, but they gave it to me in the middle of my assignment that I was already working on, and I couldn't drop one to do the other. I had to finish the assignment first before moving on to the other one. They should have waited until after my due date. This is supposed to be a part-time sort of thing, something to do in your free time. They treat it like it's my full-time job. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't know of a single person alive in the first world country that can live off of $400 a month. That is fucking ridiculous. Even if I wasn't homeless, what they're asking for is too much. I'm so fucking pissed off. But now, I don't have a job. I'm fucking homeless, and I don't have a job now, and I can't really work or do anything else. Writing is about the only thing I could do. So now, I'm SOL. Whatever money I was getting in, that has stopped. That's all I want to do is work, but I can't do most jobs because of my disability. Anyways, that's going to do it for me. I'll update more as things progress, but I'm glad I'm going to Detroit. I'm glad that I can start seeing my girlfriend, and maybe in a couple of months I might be able to get off the streets, but I don't know when that's going to be. It was earlier supposed to be November, originally supposed to be November, but that might be delayed now. So anyways, that's going to do it for me. This is Mad Cat signing off.